Or was your
Who?
Bernie Williams.
yes, Bernie Williams was on that team.
Wasn't that Strawberry?
Playing his
comeback?
guitar. Yes, this is
Strawberry on that team.
Darryl Strawberry was the DH. He DH in 101 games. He hit 24 home runs. And I don't even think he had crack in his system. And he really put up a great season if you look at everything he went through.
I think that was power.
Guys.
It was something.
I hate being so much.
I'm going to say this. I know we just named out. I think my team is better than any of the teams you guys mentioned.
I don't know about that.
Because,
Let me tell you what.
okay.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hall of Fame.
Okay, you want me to count Hall of Famers?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3.
They got to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
They finna come up.
Jorge Posada will make the Hall of Fame. Derek Jeter is going to make the Hall of Fame. Bernie Williams is going to make the Hall of Fame. At some point in time, Paul O'Neill will get in the Hall of Fame. Tim Raines will get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because it's longevity.
Yeah.
Strawberry's supposed to make it.
But nah, he's
He smoked his way out.
Yeah, he messed up.
off the field on screw.
Yeah.
But I like the
So
94.
we might even.
I like the 94 San Francisco 49ers with Bar None, Ricky Waters. Who knows who Bar None is? William Floyd. Taylor was still there.
No.
John
That's
Taylor,
what-
he was the number 2 with Rice.
That was his last year.
Kid Norton Jr.
Yeah, see.
Dion,
Tim McDonough.
Eric Davis.
That's who, yeah. Eric Davis was on, yeah.
You know, have you seen him lately on NFL AM?
Yeah. What, was that the year? When they won the years with the whole defense made it itself for Eric Davis?
I know they had the most. I know Ken Norton made it. Dion definitely made it. Merton Hanks made it.
I swear it was all of them except for one.
Yeah.
All of them except for Eric Davis. I thought it was.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm wrong.
And the 98 Falcons and the 2007 Patriots, it was rough for me to put them on here, but what they did was phenomenal.
Especially 2007 Patriots.
Yeah, but they just didn't win the championship. Yeah. But all these other guys pretty much won championships. The only reason I didn't think about the UCLA Bruins was because they really
Who could stop them? They
I
only
say
lost
the
one
North
game.
Carolina team better than them, though.
yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I'm basing it on.
Then you have to think about that. If that's what he's seen, that's what he's seen.
Yeah, but that's one bad to say because I like UNC, but I know this year they wasn't even ranked starting off.
Nah, they wasn't.
They wasn't even ranked.
Well, let me ask you this: why wasn't the '96 Bulls anyone's selection?
Because I
It's
figured
too
one of y'all was
obvious.
gonna say
It's
it.
too obvious.
Yeah,
It's a given.
But you know what? I think by picking a list like that, we have to talk about them a little bit. I mean, we have to pay some kind of homage to them. I mean, that team.
I mean, you probably never see another team like that again.
You ain't.
Probably.
Never.
You're not.
I don't care if you put an all-star team together.
I actually think you can see a team like that
I
again.
know.
In this league, in this NBA, where the land of the Giants is not like it used to be, I think you can see a lot of penetration. I guess pause, but you can see a lot of penetration to the middle, high field goal percentage. I really think that you can see another team like that because you don't have really true giants.
I think it's going to be difficult to do that because, first of all, to get 2 Hall of Fame caliber players on a team will suck up your cap in today's NBA. And then to add on a bench the way that the 96 bench had one, I mean, they could play all kind of matchups. You was not going to beat them. I mean, they can play small ball, they can play quick ball, they can play. I mean, it was like 2K. It was a video game back then. Now you can't even go that deep on the bench if you're going to have 2 Hall of Fame caliber players on that
And
team.
then another thing, they learned to put egos aside. Now,
I won't go that far
now.
because I think Pippen and Jordan had massive egos.
Put like this,
Absolutely.
they had a coach that could control.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Put it like that.
Because Jordan is a top dog, and he ain't let nobody take that away from him.
He was a royal jerk.
And I have to
Royal
say
jerk.
this because I like the guy, but the waffler, as I like to call him, he kissed Michael Jordan butt so much. And I love Scotty, but he kissed Michael Jordan butt because now he says everything that you possibly can say against Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, LeBron's better. I don't know. He probably done said Patrick Ewing was better. I have no idea.
And then another thing about that team, I just ain't never ever seen another team with the kind of killer instinct that they had. When they step on your throat, they keep their foot on
He
your
ain't
throat.
lying.
You're not lying about that. Yeah. One thing about that '96 season, one of those 10 losses, it came against the Atlanta Hawks.
At the Georgia Dome.
Christian Laettner was the best player on the court that night. I remember jumping out of my chair. I was like, I think he scored almost 50 points. He had like 47 points, 11 rebounds. It was like he put together a great performance. And Michael Jordan was pissed. I remember looking at him. He was pissed off. He was really mad that night.
You're right, because the next time they play here, he
they
scored 60. And they
They beat the hell out of the Hawks.
You right.
Was that 96? Was that also Tony Kukoc?
Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc was
Robin.
6 man. Robin.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you can say, Mike, I need you to take a rest. Scotty, I need you to take a rest. I need me some mid-range buckets, and I need them going in right now. And you can bring in somebody who was arguably 6th, 7th, 8th, depending on the night, off the bench, and he could just come out and lights out and just light you up for 10.
You put Kukoc and Kurt in the game at the same time.
But you know what used to trip me out is that team was so hot where it's like they even like kind of when they advertised, they even push who plays center. Like you knew Luke Longley, but then they pushed Will Purdue. They pushed Phil Whittington. And it was like, man, that team was awesome, man.
Yeah,
you couldn't hate them. It's like
they even had Ron Harper.
yeah, they showed me he played point
Yeah, played
with his band knee.
That's why I said to get
and his stuttering problem.
Okay.
to go that deep and to, you can just bench your superstars for a good 5
Half the
minutes.
quarter.
5 minutes, and those guys that came in were still gonna put up 15
Kukoc.
points before they
Kukoc
came
was
back on the
standing
court.
around the court.
And you know what? I just thought about it. That 96 team, even what's your boy name?
Randy Brown.
No. Was it John Sally? Was it
Yeah,
96?
because he
He
had
even
like
got
5
a
or 6
ring.
rings.
He played
Georgia Tech.
left bench. he played left bench. And I remember the last game, they put him in about a couple of seconds. And his look when he got off the bench was like, thank you, coach. Thank you.
Yeah, that was.
And you know that
he
was
was like Jawan Howard.
He had to get the most free rings in NBA history.
Boy, you ain't lying.
you know that was one of the last. I think that is the last franchise. Dynasty that didn't have a dominant big man. I can't think of
They
one
didn't.
before.
They didn't need
They
it.
didn't need one.
I know. I'm just saying. No. I'm not saying they need one.
Right, you just
I'm just saying you look at the Lakers,
Yeah.
Kareem. You look at even before Kareem, you had Wilt, you had Mikan,
Well,
George Mikan, all
the
these guys.
Celtics, when they won their last title, they didn't have a dominant big man.
Well,
Win that with Perkins.
Kevin Garnett
No.
hey, I don't like Garnett,
Yeah,
but I have to give
he
the
bullied
overrated devil his due.
Gasol.
Yeah, Gasol.
For that championship, but you know what? You know he's soft. But it's like, even though you know that person's soft, you got to bang him.
Yeah.
Regardless. You got to bang him. And at least he was smart enough to say, hey, you're not getting it today. And I mean, can't take that from him.
Are there any other teams you guys want to talk about that come to your mind?
I gotta say the 90s, all through the 90s, the Cowboys. I mean, they dominated the whole decade.
That offensive line was one of the best I have ever seen.
I agree.
I think I
One
told
of the
one of
best.
y'all about Larry Allen. I seen that guy in person.
Yeah.
Dude looked like 3 offensive linemen put together. His arm was so big.
Yeah, Larry Allen is not to be talked to in disrespectful.
You can stand up when you pee.
And you knew they was one, but you knew they was one of the best lines because I remember, I can't even tell you when the last time I really seen an offensive line all together on Sports Illustrated, like in the front, and it was a professional team. Like you always see offensive linemen as far as college, but it's like they were stars within themselves.
I'm gonna say this. I know you guys gonna say
Oh
what?
Lord!
I like the '94 49ers better than any of those teams.
I do too. I told you.
Yeah.
Cause I just think Troy Aikman He's a Hall of Famer, but he just ain't good. He just wasn't as good as
But you
advertised.
know what shocked me?
He's accurate.